Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, and all the other holidays that take place in December. So, the holidays are here, and you know what that means, kids.
Presents!
No, damn it. Christmas specials.
Christmas specials?
Yes.
Okay.
Man, I love Christmas specials just as much as I love Christmas movies. It's just seeing your favorite TV shows, characters take place in episodes centered around Christmas. It just makes you feel good, doesn't it? Now, here's my top 10 favorite Christmas specials. With the help of Tiny Tia here, my personal slave, we're gonna start this.
But presents!
Start the damn countdown!
Number 10. A Lost Clause from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
Now, I didn't watch much of Foster's Home as a young boy, but I did enjoy this Christmas story. It features homage to Charlie Brown's Christmas and zeitgeist and jazzical musical stylings. Also, it spoofs Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol, which I like. So the whole synopsis in a nutshell: Mac wants to prove that Santa Claus is real by asking for a pair of underwear. This focuses on Mac slowly growing up and comes to the fact that there might not be a Santa, and this is relatable on so many levels to us. The ending of this story and the twist is pretty cute but kinda contrived. On the side, Blue tries to get more gifts from Harriman by scaring him, which makes it pretty funny as well.
Number 9. Hey Hey It's Knishmas from Chowder.
When I saw this, I couldn't stop laughing. It's just Chowder, considered one of my favorite Cartoon Network shows next to Ed and Eddie and Powerpuff Girls. So the story is this: it's Knishmas, and Chowder wants a fancy electric broccoli trimmer, but Mongdol is terrible at making gingerbread houses, especially from Kris Kringle. Mondal wants to make Chowder happy this Knishmas, even swallowing his pride to ask his arch nemesis for a gingerbread house, and Chowder sees this and even goes as far as impersonating Kris Kringle himself to try to eat the gingerbread house so Mondal can feel better this Christmas. Christmas is about making sacrifices for people that you love and making them happy. It also develops Chowder and Mongdal's relationship as not just student and teacher, but also father and son.
Number 8. Christmas Every Day from Fairly Odd Parents.
Okay, Fairly Odd Parents is my favorite TV show. I like it just as much as the next guy. But this Christmas special took every kid's dream and slapped it across the face. We all wanted to make this wish. So in the Chestnut, Timmy Turner wishes that Christmas is every day, and he later finds out that having Christmas every day can be tired for some, especially for Santa. No episode focuses on the idea that a wish kid was spoiled and that the selfish at that. And that Christmas is not about getting gifts all the time, it's about being with friends and family. I know, sounds contrived and pretty cute. Insert joke here. Anyway, there's fun, catchy songs, and the art and music is just surrounded around Christmas, and it does feel good, and it's notably memorable since Nickelodeon constantly plays the song every year.
Number 7. Holly Jolly Secrets from Adventure Time.
Like many teens at the age, you either liked or you hated Adventure Time. Me, I was somewhat in the middle. Anyway, this Christmas special surprised me at the end. It mainly focuses on the main villain of the series, Ice King. Jake and Finn find some tapes that the Ice King threw away for unknown reasons. As they watch tapes of Ice King, you can't help but to feel sorry for this dude. And even, wow, you even want to shed a tear for this guy. In the end, Finn and Jake accept the Ice King as a friend around the holidays, something that is really heartbreaking. Since the series dealt with other weird and awkward things, it's fun to see this series actually tackle a small, really low-scale episode. Anyway, let's continue the list.
Number 6. 'Twas the Fight Before Christmas from the Powerpuff Girls.
Okay, if you were born in the 90s, you love Powerpuff Girls, and 'Twas the Fight Before Christmas was kick-ass. It doesn't have to be having an inner message or wholesome good. This Christmas special focuses on the villain princess, who has always been on the naughty list, so she decides to sneak into the North Pole and change that, making everyone else in the town naughty and make her nice. And what she asks for, not a car, not money, cause she can already get that. What she asks for? To be a Powerpuff Girl. So it's a race to the finish line at the North Pole to save Christmas. I love this episode because the girls are not only fighting princess, but they're fighting someone who's just as strong as them each, and possibly even stronger. They can't overpower just like any other villain. They just have to outplay her. They would have to play smart, and which makes it action much more interesting and funny, hilarious moments. Anyway, let's get on with the list some more.
Number 5, Jingle Jingle Jangle from Ed and Eddie.
This episode is about Eddie sick of getting cheap presents for Christmas and plans to get adopted by one of the neighborhood kids so he can mooch off their presents for the holiday. I like this special because it mainly focuses on one Ed instead of all three of them, and I like that Eddie goes through different houses in the cul-de-sac, and not everyone celebrates Christmas, so you get different types of ways of celebrating it, especially Rolf and Johnny. While this is happening, the Kangaskhan sisters decide to follow a North Star. Don't know why, for some unknown reason, it just happened, they're in the story, whatever. In the end, Eddie slowly comes to the realization that Christmas is not always about materialistic things, and that it's about the holidays, about having a good time and be thankful for the right to live and have fun. However, the writer said, in the end episode, Eddie does not learn a damn thing and leaves with all the presents, but ends up him and the Eds get brutally assaulted by the Crankers. Nothing says Merry Christmas like men getting raped by women.
Number 4, Rapture. This is not a kid's show.
Read it.
Okay. Number 4, Rapture Delight After from American Dad.
Oh, so what you thought this was gonna be some wholesome shit? Sorry, this is a Christmas special because not only it's my favorite episode, also one of the most confusing ones, but I'll explain that later. The story is about Stan getting frustrated with those who only are religious around holidays. To relieve Stan's stress, Francine has sex with Stan in the janitor's closet as the world ends, leaving Stan, Francine, and Roger and the rest of those who couldn't make the cut to fend for themselves. So Stan and Francine get in an argument because Stan blames her for a reason why he got left behind. And just like the scriptures say, Jesus returns and comes back for a second time. Francine has decided to leave Stan for Jesus for good. So, several years pass, Francine's captured by the Antichrist, so Stan and Jesus team up to save her. Long story short, Stan dies and is sent to heaven, which he gets his own paradise, which is interesting. And what does he, his paradise is just life as used to be before the fall. But before we get into anything else, that's the weirdest thing. According to the DVD commentary on the episode, everything from this point is Stan's personal heaven, which is kind of weird, and a lot of people have debunked this theory, but I still think it kind of matters, and I feel like the writers took fun with this.
Number 3, Christmas Who from SpongeBob.
Okay, if you were born in the 90s or you were an adult still watching children's cartoons in the 90s, you have heard of SpongeBob and his extreme popularity. Just like any other popular TV show that has to have a Christmas special, the reason for this list. Anyway, the whole story is Sandy telling SpongeBob about Christmas, which makes a spongy friend excited to the point that he wants to tell all his friends about Christmas. Everyone believes him, everyone except the stick in the mud himself, Squidward. In these days leading up to Christmas, people in Bikini Bottom heartfully celebrate, and on Christmas Eve stand in front of a large decorated coral tree and eagerly awaiting the arrival of Santa. However, Santa doesn't show up, obviously because he can't breathe underwater, but let's not get into that. Which this kind of disappoints Bikini Bottom. It makes SpongeBob feel bad. So, Squidward appears to be laughing and scolding him for his humiliation, so he decides to dress up as Santa Claus himself and make a SpongeBob have a delighted Christmas by selling all his possessions to people in Bikini Bottom, giving everyone a present out of the kindness of his heart, quote unquote. This shows that not only that you can believe in Santa, but you also can believe in hope, and that everyone deserves a smile at least once on Christmas.
Number 2, How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
If you have never seen this Christmas special, where's your life? This is all around a classic, and if you haven't enjoyed this in your childhood, good for you. This is one of my favorite Dr. Seuss stories. The Grinch is about a sore, sour, depressed hermit who lives up in a cave in a nearby mountain, which his only companion is an unloved but loyal dog named Max. The Grinch absolutely hates everything about Christmas because the noises surrounding the entire town on Christmas Day is annoying. To him, that is. So yeah, we all know the story of the Grinch. He saves the day, he realized the true spirit of Christmas, yada yada yada. But there's no doubt about it that this whole series is a hilarious story. There's music, art, movies, etc., even other books and other canon and fan fiction. This is literally on the top of the list because it has hit a home run with a lot of things when it comes to Christmas. And it's the most classic one and the one I can remember growing up with, to the point we can even remember the theme song for the Grinch. Anyway, let's get to this, but however, we have to get to our honorable mention. So for Christmas giving spirit, Tia?
Yes.
Do you want to do the honorable mentions?
Sure. Alright, this is Tiny Tia here, and I'm here to mention my few honorable mentions. First, honorable mention, Operation Naughty Film Kids Next Door. Even though it was one of the very shown of the cartoon specials on Cartoon Network, it was one of my favorite Christmas specials. Basically, Kids Next Door is framed for stealing Santa's reindeer, but when it's learned that they were buying gifts at the time, who stole the reindeer and who is going to be in control of the world's presents. Funny, action-packed, and nostalgic, this special has no moral. It's just wholesome and unintelligible fun, featuring a parody of the X-Men, a rhyming narrator, and a very pissed off number 3. Honorable mention number 2, All of the Other Reindeer. One of my other favorite specials that I love to watch with my family on the side. In this special, one of Santa's reindeer gets injured, so Santa is worried that he may have to call off Christmas, unless he can use all of the other reindeer. A dog named Olive actually hears her name on television and thinks that, oh, maybe I could end up filling in for Santa's reindeer. On a cute little adventure, Olive travels with this silly little postman and his very thieving penguin to go and see if they could save Christmas. And my last honorable mention, A Christmas Carol from the Looney Tunes Show. Basically, in this episode, in California, Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck live together, but it's 102 degrees on Christmas Day. So Daffy Duck decides to team up with Foghorn Leghorn to go all the way to the North Pole to plug in a giant fan, while Lola and Bugs stay back and make a very, very messed up version of A Christmas Carol. Now, it's silly, cute, and a bit of a dark humor, but it's something nice to watch, especially for its song that I love singing around Christmas holiday, Christmas Rules.
If you sing it, I will beat you in front of this camera.
Number 1, Peace on Earth to Will to Men.
So this is one that kind of stands out on the countdown. And I like to point this out. This is a very old cartoon, and I watched this when I was a younger kid because it was the only thing that came on Boomerang for a while. And let me explain why. The story focuses on an alternate future where after World War II, all the men have destroyed themselves, and a young squirrel retells the story to his younger grandsons for Christmas. This is really interesting because it really tells from the perspective of others of how humanity is seen. Humans are looked at as nothing but more fighters, killers, and all about destruction. No, this is kind of one-sided, but I do enjoy the message it's going with, is that Christmas is about humanity and peace on earth, and that humans tend to forget that when the day is over, and they tend to continue to fight for their own greed, wealth, or whatever they wanted to. And that's my interpretation of this whole Christmas special right there. The reason why I put this on the number 1 list is because it's a must-see. The animation is really top-notch. It's only at most 9 minutes, and it's well done and well put together. It's very old, and if you're sitting there wondering, ooh, I don't want to watch something old, yeah, shut up. Enjoy this Christmas special and really understand the message it's trying to shoot at you. Anyway, I'm tired. I'm about to go sleep under the tree. I want everyone to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and Happy Hanukkah, and whatever other holiday you celebrate in December. I don't know, snow day, whatever. I'm about to go drink some eggnog. I see you guys. Megasonic out.